Part 3. Configure routing, address translation, and inspection policy using the CLI. Step 1. Configure a static default route for the ISA. We will configure a default static route on the ISA outside interface to enable the ISA to reach external network. We use the command route outside and enter the quad 0 default route. And enter the IP address of the gigabit 0/0 of router 1 as a gateway of last resort. And now we show route command. As you can see, we have the default static route quad 0 to the IP address of the router 1 gigabit Ethernet 0/0 IP address. And now we ping router 1 serial 0/0/0 IP address. As you can see, we can ping to that interface. Step 2. Configure address translation using PAT or path and network objects. Firstly, we create a network object inside net and assign attribute to it using the subnet and NAT command. Object network. Enter the name inside net and enter the subnet. And config NAT inside, outside, dynamic interface. After this command, the ISA splits the configuration into the object portion that defines the network to be translated and the actual NAT command parameters. And now we display the NAT object configuration using the show run command. As you can see, the host name, the domain name, the password encrypted, the interface. You can see the interface VLAN 1, VLAN 2 with the name and the security level and the IP address. And you can see the inside net network object and the IP address of this network, the static default route, and the NAT from inside to outside, the dynamic interface. Step 3. Modify the default MPF application inspection global service policy. Because Packet Tracer ISA device does not have an MPF policy map in place by default, so we can create the default policy map that will perform the inspection on inside to outside traffic. The first step, we will create a class map a policy map and service policy. Next step, from PCB, we will attempt to ping router 1 gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface. As you can see that now we can ping successfully from PCB to this router. Because ICMP traffic is now being inspected and legitimate return traffic is being allowed.